Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Motherfucker. I was having some issues with my phone and the GoPro remote app, so I can't attach you to my head today. So you're just kind of on my desk, so there we go. I was requested to make a video on how to take apart the Alpha Beast. So I don't remember what your name was. I think it was Mortimus or Rick and Morty or something like that. Here we go. The tools you're going to need to take apart the Alpha Beast include heavy-duty wire cutters, a lighter, a pair of scissors, a pack of Starbucks mints. Very important. They have to be from Starbucks, nowhere else. None of them Dunkin' Donut shit. A pair of foldable pliers, a pen, some lube, a small container to put stuff in, a Sharpie, one set of Wee-Haw Torx drivers in case things are stubborn, and then a big set of Wee-Haw Torx drivers because I know things are going to get stubborn. And then if you really want, you can use an out-the-front knife. No, I'm just kidding. You don't need the knife. So let's get started. First thing we're going to do is move everything out of the way. No, you don't really need the pen, marker, the scissors, the heavy-duty wire cutters. I like to have this little set just in case. You might need this depending on what's happening. The lube is for when you're done. Peppermints are because my breath smells. And then I forgot the most important. You're going to need a candle. So while we're waiting to take everything else apart, you actually do want to get the candle lit. If you can manage to light it, because unlike most of you, I'm not a active citizen or adult. First thing we're going to do, we're going to take the pivots out. Now sometimes they can be a real pain in the ass, so it's nice to have good tools. I highly recommend the sets for anyone who's interested in butterfly knives or knives in general. First thing we're going to do, we're going to leave it latched, and we're going to just start to get these pivots loosened up because they can be pretty tight. Blade Runner Systems likes to use, it's called God glue. It's what God uses to sew people back together up in heaven so it never comes apart. Sorry, BRS, if you're watching, but sometimes the truth hurts. Don't get me wrong. I'd much rather have too much Loctite than not enough. This is where the dish comes in. You're not going to put all your screws in that little dish. We are also going to fill that dish with cereal later because part of this is you're going to have to eat a bowl of cereal from around the parts to keep them properly clean. Now, sometimes you can just push the pivots out this way, but sometimes they're really stubborn and suck a lot. So that seems to be the case here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bend that off of there, get that blade out. Sometimes easier said than done. No, bending it won't hurt it. Just don't bend it too hard. Don't be dumb about it. Use your best judgment. All right. Here we go. Remember, like I said, put all of your spare parts in this little container. Very important. As you can see, we still have the bushing and stuff left on there. But here's the fun part where everyone seems to have the most difficulty. I always start with the bite handle. The first thing you're going to want to do is get that latch off of there. And then the reason I have the candle is because the Loctite in these, especially since these are T6 screws, they strip really easy. So you want to get that Loctite as loose as possible. Sorry, I can't words today. Having a really rough time with that. These pivots look like they're going to be a great time to take out. So we can kind of speed up this process. I'm going to be re-anodizing this knife anyway, so it doesn't really bother me to just put it directly over the tiny little flame in there. I never said this is going to be an entertaining video. probably good. You're going to want to take the handles and push them apart like that. This way the handles are spread. They're putting pressure on these barrels inside of here. And what that does, it keeps them from spinning. It's one of the issues that you get when you try taking apart the Alpha Beast or even the replicant. This method also goes for the replicant, except you want to take the scale and the liner, push them apart like that. This really helps take them apart without stripping anything or being frustrated. So what we're going to do is start unscrewing. And as you can see, they come out way easier than if they weren't hot. Don't pick up hot screws like I just did, because you'll burn your finger. Let's try and... Sometimes you need to give them a little more force. I'd say probably even more so... Yeah, see, like that one's going to be stubborn. I got to heat it up one more. I'd say that the biggest part of this is having good tools, because if you have really crap or cheap Torx drivers, what's going to happen is that the actual driver itself is going to twist, and that itself is going to twist the inside of the screw, which is where a lot of the crap comes from. Let's see if that's good. I might have to break out the big boy tools. Nope, didn't have to break them out. Here we go. Comes apart like that. That thing normally flies off. Those fall right out. This is really hot, so don't fuck with it. From here, you're going to take off the bushing, the washer, push out the pivot. Yep. They always tell you not to pull out, but it's much easier. So there we go. One. All right, there we go. That's one handle apart. I have more trouble with the bite handle because of the pocket clip, especially on the premiums, more times than not. So you gotta let this one cook a little longer. That's why I let it sit up there. Then you want to get these screws right back here. And if you have a paracord latch, please take it off before you try this, because that'd be a dumb thing to do. But some people are just stupid like that. I used to be like that. Here we go. Screw number one. One's gonna need to cook a little more. All right. Yeah, you just gotta really let them heat up. This stuff, if you guys look for lube and stuff online for your knives, I know I've posted some videos of me using butter, olive oil, canola oil, coffee grinds, and I know McCoy has used brownie batter and all sorts of other stuff. But this stuff is really great. It's a dry lubricant, but really fantastic. $7 on Amazon. And then if not all of you can afford this set of tools, so this little thing right here is going to be your best friend. Amazon is like $14, and it's absolutely fantastic. Perhaps later this week I'll do a giveaway for one, because I don't really use it anymore. So that's probably good. Actually, that might be too hot, so I'm gonna have to rub my bald head on it. I don't have a bald head. And there we go. Comes out just like butter, like before. That'll just tap off. That'll just come right off. Always, one of the things I've learned from this is always with the pocket clip, try not to burn yourself. But always have your pivots go, like the barrels, always have them go through the pocket clip, because it's a lot easier to keep that tension on there than it would be to have the screws go through the pocket clip. If you guys are interested, I might make another video today on how to put together the Alpha Beast, because I do have one I need to put together, and that's a little bit less involved than taking it apart. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope this was really helpful, because it took me a long time and lots of people to figure out how to do this myself. Thanks guys, I'm Crazy Motherfucker, and once again, good luck. Don't strip anything. And if you do strip anything, it's not my fault, because I'm not a stripper.